Hey, welcome to Study with Street Science, episode number 7. We're doing something a little bit special today. As you can see, Science Simone here is wearing a bit of a fancy getup. If you haven't realized, it has been the Nobel Prize announcement. So we thought we'd do a special study with street science and go through some of the science-based prizes that were awarded. Now, if you haven't been here before, every week we unbox a new science toy and you, at home, in the classroom, can do some study, listen to some hip hop beats, some chill beats while we unbox the toy. And if you make it to the end, you might see how that toy works. Now, we've got a couple of things during the episode as well. We're going to be talking about the science prizes, so make sure you stay in. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. Were you excited by the Nobel Prizes? I know I was. I wasn't staying up till 2 a.m. in the morning to find out, but we'll be getting into that soon. But let's see what we're going to be building today. So, as always, we've got Tia in the background here. Tia Cam, we've got some Tia Cam. Yeah, there she is. Yep. She always puts in a toy here. I don't know what this toy is going to be. We're just going to unbox it and find out. So, any guesses? Is it going to be related to the Nobel Prizes? I don't know. Let's have a look. Ooh, here we go. Ooh. We've got our friend Kylie, our super fan Kylie has joined us. What is she saying? Oh, she's just saying hi. She's also at the work. Oh, that's pretty good. That's all good. Hey, Kylie, good to see you here. All right, let's have a look. What do we got? Ooh, we have today the simple hand generator. Now, I'm looking at this picture. It says that the hand generator, when you keep turning the crank, the little bulb lights up. You don't need a battery because it'll light the little bulb up based on your hand converting the power into electricity and electricity into light. Now, I'm going to take a guess, and I think Tia maybe built this one, chose this one because it's like sparking an idea. It's like taking your hands and building something, turning it into something that has an impact on the world. At least that's what I'm going. Tia, is that right? Am I anywhere?
Perhaps.
Am I anywhere close? I don't know. How about we crank some tunes and we'll start building. This one does seem like a pretty easy build up setup today. So I think maybe we've got some time to chill out. Maybe I think we'll finish finally in time in the 30-minute period. So each time we do this episode, we give ourselves 30 minutes to try and build the toy. And if you watched last week's episode, you would see over here. Here, let's just get a zoom on this box. We had the little music boombox. Yeah, I'll put it up this way here. Get the zoom up camera. Oh, look at that! We built that one last week. It was pretty awesome. And if you're into your memes, you might have realized that you got Rickroll. So we call this one the Rickroll music box. So if you want to see how that one was built and get Rickroll after 30 minutes, then go back to episode 6. It was pretty fun. Didn't look as pretty as that, so I'm glad we persevered and pulled it all together. All right, so let's see. Let's get all these little component bits out so we're good to roll. Okay. Let's see. How are we on a time? We're at about 5 minutes in. Maybe we'll do that first announcement soon after we sort of get settled and get all of our stuff together. All right. Crank this one open. Get these little bits. All right. Here we go. Instructions. We don't need instructions. We'll just make it up because that always works for me. Or not. Does that work for me, Tia? I don't think it does it? I think even just having instructions doesn't even seem to help me build. Alrighty, so it says install the white columns on the board and fix with the black screws. You're already in trouble already. I don't even see any black screws. Maybe I'm going to go with these small ones and hopefully, maybe they're too small. How does this one work? Just don't have the hands are just too finicky. They look pretty big, these ones. Maybe it's supposed to be the big ones. I want to get it wrong. I always seem to get it wrong. Let's have a look. Did it give us small black screws? I don't see any small black screws. fix with black screws. Okay, we're just gonna go, let's say 15 at any point. I'm gonna try the small ones. Back yourself, Ken. Just use the small ones. Back yourself, back yourself. Here we go. All right, try and put that one in here. They look too small though. Oh my God, my fingers are just not dainty enough for this. Science Simone, how are your hands? You can see this, it doesn't really fit Science Simone very well. Here we go. How are your hands? I can't even see where they are. I don't think she's going to be of any help. You're on your own, Ken. You're on your own. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay. I don't think it matters which way you put these in, so I'm just going to chuck it in here. Okay, so it's definitely not the small ones because they fall straight through. So I'm going to try these next big ones, and hopefully we don't need them later. Okay, let's crank it. Alrighty. So what award do you reckon we should do first? What do you reckon we should do first? Should we do the chemistry prize? Chemistry prize. Get a bit of a drum roll. Tia, what do you reckon? Should we bring up who won this year's
Sure.
Nobel Prize for chemistry?
Right. All right.
Ooh, here we go. Oh no. So for me, this is backwards. I can't see.
Oh no.
I can't see.
Look, I don't really want to say the names because I don't want to butcher them.
All right. So because I can't read backwards, Tia is going to read out who won the Nobel Prize
Oh
for
no,
chemistry.
I can't. I don't want to butcher names. Absolutely not.
Tia didn't have any warning that she would be
No,
announcing scientists'
no.
names. So
I would have done a bit of research on their names. I don't want to offend people.
okay, who won the prize for Nobel for chemistry? Tia, give us a go.
Chemistry.
Give us a go.
Oh god. I'll try and attempt the last names because they seem a little bit less intimidating.
Yeah, just call him professor or doctor.
Professor Bowendi.
Yeah.
Professor Bruce. Professor Ekimov. Yes.
Whoa!
There you go.
Round of applause,
There you go.
everybody! Woo! What was the discovery for? Read out. What are they?
For the discovery of and synthesis of quantum dots.
Quantum dots. Now, quantum dots are pretty interesting. I didn't know much about quantum dots until I decided to look up and hear a little bit more about them. But they are essentially like these. When you take a certain type of chemical or substance and you break them down into really, really, really small sizes, depending on the shape and total diameter length of them, can change their color intensity. So you can have a piece of chemical that's like, I don't know, like this really, really, really small to like this big, this big, this big, and it can actually change into all the different colors of the rainbow. Now, what's cool about it is then you can integrate it into different parts of technology using that real efficient color production. And in fact, they've started making TVs with this. I think they're called like QLED screens. You possibly might even be watching it on a screen right now. I'm not sure. And it's possible they might even be using it in smartphones at some point in time just due to this efficiency. But I don't think they've quite nailed the application yet. So pretty cool stuff. It's definitely going to be having a big impact in other fields of science, including medical imaging. So pretty cool stuff. All right. So says pass the motor through the hole and then fix with the small screws. Pay attention to the board direction. Now, when it says this, that's usually a sign where I'm about to make a mistake. So I'm going to put, I guess, this on here. Okay. I don't know what it means by pay attention to the board direction. I guess it wants you to put it so that the white things are facing up. All right, I'm going to put these in first. Here we go. Oh no, here we go. Chuck that one in there. Chuck this one in here. And we'll put this one through here and hope for the best. Cake that's going in. So we've been having some fun here at Street Science HQ, haven't we, Tia, today?
Yes, indeed.
What did we get up to today, Tia?
So basically, we are filming a couple little cheeky promos for a potential program we're doing soon. Don't want to spoil what that is, but we're doing a couple little cheeky little gags on people in the office and a couple fun times. It's gonna be good.
So what do we get to do? We had some paper plane competition.
Yeah, we had a paper plane competition today, and we sort of had a prank done on you with an air zooker, if I'm correct.
Oh yeah, yep, the air
Yes.
zooker. Or was
Yes.
it? Yeah, was the prank on me or was it on?
It was sort of on you. Obviously, it was on you,
You're gonna have to wait. You have to
but
wait.
you're gonna have
find
to
out.
watch it to see what actually happens.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's for our new virtual vacation care program. So if you go to vacation care and you want street science to come out to you, no matter where you are in Australia, theoretically around the world, you can join up your vacation care program and have some street science fun. So we're going to be announcing the details pretty soon. But if you want to know what the details are, let us know in the comments. Send us a DM. We'll give you the inside scoop. All right. So I think we've got this bit done. And I think we've got this bit done. And I think I have to attach this thing in here. Install the last step on number 7. Doesn't really say to tighten it down, so I'm just going to keep it loose. Install part 5 shaft, which I imagine is this one, on the model and bite the motor gear. Okay. What does that mean? Okay. So see if you can see this here. I think what it means by biting is that the cogs line up. So you can sort of see here, if you push that one, I don't know if you can see, I'm going to put it up closer here. Here we go. See how the cogs are joining and passing through? That looks pretty cool. All right, hopefully that's right. Hopefully it's supposed to be overlapped. Looks like it is. Okay, cool. All right, should we do announcement number 2?
Sure.
Maybe we should do the Nobel Prize for physiology and medicine. Let's go with that. All right.
Just give me 2 seconds.
Test again for Tia to see if she can pronounce the names.
Okay, so here's what we're working with. All right, let me just put it into share mode. Okay. Oh my gosh, these people have such complicated names. I'm just going to say last names as I did before. So we have, I'll say doctor this time, Dr. Kariko, and then Dr. Weissman. So
That's awesome. And what do they get the prize for?
Nobel Prize, Physiology and Medicine, for the discoveries concerning nucleoside-based modifications that enable the development of effective mRNA vaccines against COVID-19.
I'm
not sure if I said that
mRNA
correctly,
vaccine. Now, I imagine most of you probably heard of the mRNA vaccines. They're the ones that were used in the recent COVID vaccines that were rolled out over the last couple of years. I think what's really exciting about this, so I think traditional vaccine production time from like discovery of like what caused the disease to then, okay, we need to build the mechanics to build them a vaccine to production and rolling out in humans can take quite a long process. And the reason for that is that it involves cell culturing processes. So when you're trying to like upscale and build the vaccine, basically, it just takes a really, really long time and costs a lot of money. What was cool about the mRNA technology is it really like shortcuts that. So if an outbreak occurs, such as COVID, you could just sequence that virus genome, get the sequence, find out where the spike protein things occurring that we know based on a couple of decades of immunology research that cause the immune response. Create these little mRNA things that you put into the vaccine, and that's when you inject that into to then basically use your own human body immune system to create that immune response to stop the virus or the disease from attacking. And so we've seen that that technology has been rolled out pretty effectively and has done a really amazing job at reducing rates of getting the disease and like having bad effects from the disease. And so now it's more or less from what I can gather, it's leading into a new sort of era of drug development, particularly around vaccines. So I think a lot of new drugs and vaccines will be using this as the core base to create their vaccines or drugs in the future, which I think is pretty amazing. Alrighty, so I think now we're actually getting pretty close, I think. I think we need to build step 8, which is this board thing. We need to put number board 2 on the top. Okay. Then fix board 3 on the top with long screws. And hopefully I didn't use them. So I think, looking at this, I think this goes on over here. So this goes down through this on top of that. And then this one goes over it like that. And then we put the screws on here. Hopefully that's all right. Yeah, what was sort of pretty cool about I had this story of so was it Carico who from that last part? Was it Carico? I've forgotten her. Is that her first name, Dr. Carico?
It's like Caitlin, but it's not Caitlin. It's Catalin.
Oh, Caitlin. Yeah, yeah. What was crazy about her story? If you actually like check out what happened with her, she was actually working at this really prestigious university, and about 10 years ago, they didn't think that the technology was really going anywhere, and they actually told her to leave the university, and she had to make this decision. Would she retire and stop her, 20, 30 years of research progress, or would she go somewhere else and continue to do it? So she ended up continuing the research, I think at BioNTech, I think it was, um, after almost retiring, and decided to power on through it. It was
Why
through
did they
that
tell her
that
to
it
leave
actually,
for?
yeah, she literally, that discovery could not have potentially come to fruition if she didn't keep powering on. So I think
Why
that
did
was,
they tell her to leave?
I think that, I'm not sure how it went down, but it was,
Controversy?
yeah, yeah. I think particularly in retrospect now, where
Wow.
that university is probably going like, we could have had a professor on our alumni thing, and now we booted her out. Quite a prestigious university too, from memory. But yeah, but I think it's a real interesting story of like grit and determination. I think getting to that point of reaching the top tier of success in as a scientist is a long road. I think it does take decades of dedication and really diving into the science, regardless of what you sort of face. So I think it's one of those examples of, yeah, just keep on powering on, believing in what you're researching, and just stick to it. And I think there's a lot of lessons I think we can get that, even if you're not a scientist, is like that grit and determination. If you keep up with it, it'll pay off. Okay, so it says, okay, so we did this first one here, and then it says peel off a piece of insulated wire and twist the wires into separate strands. Okay. So I don't know if I've got any nails to pull back the wire. Yeah. Oh, how long have we got, Tia? How long have we got? How are we doing?
Almost 10 minutes left.
10 minutes left. Okay, cool.
Almost.
I thought we were gonna like have
Like 12 minutes.
I thought we were gonna have heaps of time. We're like struggling as it is. Let's have a look here. Is this like a, no, that's not really enough. Trying to see if we got some cool toys under here that can help me. I'm just gonna do it without it. Let's go rogue. Let's go off script.
Rogue.
I'm not peeling a piece of insulated waffle. I'm just gonna paste the wire connector on the board and insert the wires into the wire connector. Okay, so does this have to go a certain way? I don't think so. So I'm just gonna put it here like that. Okay. And then it says insert the wires into the connector. So I remember this from last time as well. Presume you don't need to do it in a certain location, but I'm just going to do this. Okay, cool. And then lastly, it says insert the light bulb into the wire connector, the long leg to the red. So if you can see this one up here, where is it? Wait for it to zoom in. Yep. So you can see there's one that has a slightly longer leg and one that has a slightly shorter one. So I think the long one goes into the red and the smaller one goes into the black. So now I can see in the comments here, Kylie was pretty impressed with the dancing at the end of last week's episode. So I'm not sure if there'll be any more dancing today. We'll have to wait and find out. Oh, I think you have to actually bend these apart. Where's it? So the wire goes into one side and the other. Okay, I'm just going to bend it. Hopefully I don't break it. Runs a long wire into the long leg into the red. Oh no, what happened then? Lost my wire. Okay, cool. Oh, hit the wrong button. This one. Okay, and I think this one goes back into here. All right, should we announce the last
Yes.
sciencey one that we're going to talk about today, which is drumroll, Nobel Prize for
Physics.
physics. Physics, that's right. Who we got? Oh, here we go.
So obviously you can't read that, but basically, funny story. Their first name's actually easier than their last name.
Okay.
Dr. Pierre Agostini.
Agostini, yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ferenci. No, I'm not gonna attempt the last name. Dr. Ferenci. That's first name. And
Yep.
then I'll try this one. Dr. Anne Laholia.
Oh, okay. Lohelia?
Holia. Holier.
Oh, Lohulier. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar.
Lahulier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's yes.
And discoveries for
experimental methods that generate attosecond pulses of light for the study of electron dynamics in matter.
the attoseconds.
Attoseconds, yes.
Do you know what an attosecond is?
Absolutely not.
I didn't know what an attosecond was either. So before we continue, I'm going to try and fix this because I know we're running out of time.
Yes.
So it turns out I put this cog on the wrong way because it's cranking around and it's not cranking the way it's supposed to. So I think this one is supposed to come off and invert it to this way. That's looking better. So then we can actually connect the cogs and turn the power and get some juice cooking. Yeah, see, there we go. See that? Now, if you look in here, zoom up close. So now all the cogs are connecting. You can see them all moving around at once. It's pretty good. So then I just need to put this back on. How did this go back on? Quick. We're running out of time. We can still talk about attoseconds. This one goes. Well, what's going on here? It's moving around now. I feel like there's supposed to be a cog on the back of this one. Maybe not. I don't know. Where does it go? Down here? I feel like that's pointless. Or is that joint? Okay, maybe that joint's back up here. I don't know. I'm just going to put it together quick. Okay, quick. That one goes there. This one goes here. Something like this. Is that right? Yep. Okay, cool. Put this one back in. Then we can try it out. Wait, there's a screw missing now. Where did I put that? I've got a screw missing. I don't know where this screw was. I had used up all the screws before, and now I don't have. I've got one left over. Okay, we'll fix it up. We'll fix it up in a sec. Just want to make sure we got this going. How long we got left here? How long we got?
6 minutes.
6 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I don't know if it's going to work. We'll find out. Attoseconds is basically a really short amount of time. In fact, if you think of a second and then you broke it up into small components.
Can I just say, is it like the step of before milliseconds?
Oh, milliseconds. Okay, let's. Here, I'm going to get this.
Is it like the step before milliseconds? Is my question.
It's sort of a little bit step before milliseconds, but not quite a lot. Oh, that's a good view there. Okay, So if you got, this is 1 second, like that. A millisecond, I guess, would be, was that 3 zeros? So that's 1 millisecond. What is it called again?
Attosecond.
Attosecond. Okay, attosecond. I'm gonna write it here so I don't forget. Attosecond is apparently 17 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
Jeez.
17, 1. That
Wow.
is an attosecond compared to 1 second. Which is,
So how did they figure out that it was 17 zeros before the 1?
that's a good question. You're gonna have to ask the scientists who
Right.
discovered it. But what is crazy about this is like that when you get down to this amount of time is when you begin to see like interactions of how atoms and electrons move and stuff like that. Like this is at extremely, extremely small sort of size, and you begin to see you can use this speed to then detect how these atoms and electrons move around.
So a question I have, really quick.
Yeah.
Can our brains render an attosecond?
Pretty much not. It is so quick.
So small.
They had to create a machine called a attospectrometer or something like that. That basically, I think it shoots an electron out and then shoots it back in. It creates this plume of energy or photon that then can be detected by this machine. So it is so quick. We probably can only detect up to this level of visual to the eye.
Yeah.
So like when you get down to here, it's like near impossible. So the question is like, what is that technology being used for?
Yes,
A
precisely.
variety of different things. It can help us understand how, like, it's the speed you can detect how chemical reactions begin to occur. They've been now applying it really a lot into understanding the universe, so they can use this technology somehow. Don't ask me; it's way too above my pay scale, but can detect all the different sort of mechanics of planets out there in terms of like how livable is a planet? What are the type of like what is it made of, components wise? There's a variety of different things. So I just think it's crazy that you can detect something that incredibly quick. So I mean, just for that alone, I think is pretty impressive. All right, so we've got the tour here. I think we're on the 30 minutes. Is that right? I think we're pretty close. I guess.
Pretty much 2 minutes out from being
I don't know if it's
30
going to work.
minutes.
I don't know if it's going to work. So let's give it a go. I'm supposed to crank this, and the light is apparently. Hey, there we go. Okay, well, quick. Can we get the lights off? We'll see if Tia can turn the lights off here. I'm gonna dull these ones down. Oh, it's not the right one. Wait. Here we go. We'll turn this one off. Turn this one off. Let's dull the lights down. Oh, that looks it. That looks good. Oh, all right. What do you reckon, Simone? Ready? Here we go. Ready? Yeah. Cool. Put it up here too. You need to zoom in. So by cranking it, what I'm doing is I'm moving these cogs, and those cogs are then moving the little generator in here that's transferring my mechanical energy from my hands into energy that then is being transferred into light. So you can sort of see that hand crank generator. Isn't that pretty cool? And I think, yeah, this is talking about discoveries from your hands transferring that into an idea. That's what I reckon. I reckon that's what today's theme is all about. And I think I've just broken it. All right, cool. That is it. Thank you so much for joining us for Study with Street Science. What did you think of the Nobel Prize winners? Were they worthy? Of course they are worthy, but was there a discovery that you thought hasn't been recognized yet or you thought was going to do? If there's a discovery that you really, really like and that hasn't received a Nobel Prize yet, well, let us know in the comments. I'll be checking them out. With that, we'll be back next week at 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. We will catch you there and have some seriously fun science. Yeah!